1,000 days acting irresponsibly.
1,111 days ago.
1,387 days.
Those voices were all Republicans, Congressmen Adam Kinzinger and Jeff Duncan, and Senators Bob Corker and John Cornyn again. The Senate's lack of a budget was, to say the least, a major Republican talking point for years. But then in the early morning hours on March 23rd, the Senate finally did pass a budget. The next step would be a conference committee. In recent weeks, Democrats have been going to the Senate floor, asking for unanimous consent to appoint conferees and begin the process. And each time...
Your objection, Mr. President. Senator from Texas.
Ted Cruz is one of a handful of senators elected with Tea Party backing, blocking the appointment of a conference committee.
One of my concerns is that this conference report could be used to pass a reconciliation bill that would increase the debt ceiling without sufficient input from the minority party.
For conservatives, the debt ceiling has become a vital piece of leverage to force spending cuts, and one they have no intention of giving up easily. The arcane budget process known as reconciliation could potentially make it easier for the Senate to raise the debt ceiling. But for Senator Cruz and his colleagues to have anything to worry about, you have to assume their fellow Republicans on the conference committee would let it happen. Arizona Republican John McCain isn't buying it. And in a series of debates on the Senate floor, he's gotten increasingly upset.
Basically, what we're saying here on this side of the aisle is we don't trust our colleagues on the other side of the Capitol who are in the majority of Republicans.
Senator Cruz responded.
Let me be clear, I don't trust the Republicans. And I don't trust the Democrats. And I think a whole lot of Americans, likewise, don't trust the Republicans and the Democrats because it is leadership in both parties that has gotten us in this mess.
McCain insists he speaks for the majority of Senate Republicans.
The American people don't like it, and I don't like it.
And if one of their own is willing to complain about the stalling, you can only imagine what the Democrats are saying. Here's Missouri Democrat Claire McCaskill.
They didn't care about a budget, because I'll tell you what, if you cared about a budget, you'd hightail it to conference right now.
So perhaps it was inevitable that the Democrats would get their own poster boards.
46 days ago, after over 3 years.
It's now been 47 days since we passed our budget.
58 days. Waiting for the Republicans.
Those were Senators Debbie Stabenow, Patty Murray, and the Majority Leader, Harry Reid. Murray is the head of the Senate Budget Committee.
I do not understand why, after the House has passed a budget and the Senate passed a budget, the Republicans are now saying we don't want to talk about it.
It's much easier for Republicans and Democrats alike to give speeches about a budget in concept than to actually agree on one. And even if they could, it's actually the appropriations bills that spend the money and keep the government running. That's a fight we can look forward to at the end of the summer. Tamara Keith, NPR News.
You're listening to Morning Edition from NPR News.
At 19 past 8, let's take another look at your ride to work this morning as we go back to Joe McConnell.
Slow ride through Oakland and San Leandro, 880 and 580. North 880 slow from 238 all the way up to 5th Embarcadero. And there might be a new accident at High Street in the right lane. And also 580 westbound is packed solid from about 106th and all the way up to the Bay Bridge Maze. 80 westbound. The biggest slowdown is from El Portal, but it's like 6 miles per hour on the average, all the way down through Berkeley to the Bay Bridge. Bay Bridge had a couple of problems earlier. And also San Mateo Bridge may have a stall, eastbound flat section, not sure which lane. Joe McConnell for KQBD.
All right, thanks, Joe. We'll check in 10 minutes from now. His report brought to you by the 99 cents only stores. Local underwriting is provided this morning by Sony Electronics, introducing the Sony 4K Ultra HD TV with over 8 million individual pixels designed for enhanced resolution. Available at the Sony store in the Stanford Shopping Center. More at sony.com. And by Rocket Fuel, where artificial intelligence, big data, and advertising meet. Now hiring engineers, machine learning experts, and data scientists at rocketfuel.com/curious. Advertising that learns. Support for NPR comes from NPR member stations and from Subaru. Introducing the all-new 2014 Forester. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Subaru. Learn more at Subaru.com. By Arizona State University Online, more than 60 undergraduate and graduate online degree programs at radio.asu.edu. And by Cancer Treatment Centers of America, offering a diagnostic exam and treatment plan for advanced stage patients seeking a second opinion at cancercenter.com. Sunshine today and temperatures ranging from the mid-60s to the upper 80s. By tomorrow, we'll have highs ranging from the low 70s to the low 90s, just to give you an indicator of how warm it's going to get. It'll be warmer still on Saturday. 8:21 now.
NPR aired a series last year called Poisoned Places about regions living with industrial pollution. We're reviving that series this week, but the news isn't all grim.